Gruesome Magazine.
Hello. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, Jeff?
What was
Hello, once again, I am your host, Doc Ron, and this is Gruesome Magazine, where we review the very latest in streaming and video on-demand horror movies. Oh, God. Each week, my co-host, Jeff Mohr, Crystal Cleveland, Christopher G. Mohr, and I will take a look at various spooky, scary, and gory genre offerings. Tonight, we are reviewing The Friendship Game.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Let me introduce the crew, starting off with the face you saw at the beginning of the show. Jeff Mohr. How you doing, Jeff?
Want to play a game?
No.
Will you be my friend?
Oh, yeah, sure. Also joining us is Crystal Cleveland, the Living Dead Girl. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm just, yeah. I think we're all friends here.
We are.
Forever.
For now.
Forever.
Forever, you say.
Until you say the secret word.
Me. The secret word. Why don't you say the secret word? Wow, we went way back on that one. All right, guys, we are going to review The Friendship Game. We're going to start off with bad jokes. Then we're going to give you our first impression. That will be spoiler free. Then we'll talk about the movie, get into some spoilers. There are a few, but they're weird. Mm-hmm. And then we'll wrap up with our score, 1 to 5. 1 to 5. I don't know which way it goes, but it's going that way. And then we'll give you our favorite scene. And of course, we hope you enjoy not only this review, but many others that we have on the site. Check them out. And if you like them, hit the like, subscribe, share with a friend. They're all easy and free to do, and they will help us reach our goal of 5,000 subscribers. And only you can help us do it, because we can't do it. They won't let us. It's cheating. All right, let's get it. Well, that's debatable. Depends on where your morals sit. All right, and legality. Let's get into the card. Shush. I can't say that out loud. Friendship Game, and it's not on Netflix. Why did I put that there? I don't know. I apologize. But 2022, available in theaters and on demand and digital, November 11th, 2022. Synopsis: a group of teenagers in a small town discover a strange object that tests their strength of their friendship. Directed by Scooter Corkle. I love that name. Written by Damien Ober. Cast includes Peyton List, Brendan Meyer, Miriam Smith, Jennifer Copping, Dylan Schombing, the B might be silent, I have no idea. Kelcey, Mawema, and Miranda Edwards. And Jeff, we were talking beforehand, while we were looking at this card and did not see Netflix, but there's cast members that I omitted because of the stupid order that IMDb often puts the cast in. So help me out here, sir.
So one of the key 4 friends is Cotton Allen, played by Caitlin Santa Juana, Juana,
who arguably feels like the lead in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So, all right. Let's get into this. Let's give our first impressions. And Jeff Mohr, sir, you are up first.
I thought this was kind of a frustrating movie. It gives new meaning to the term nonlinear storytelling because they keep bringing up things that all the characters know, but we don't know. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of reverse. And so finally you're like going, okay, did I miss that? So anyway, and it's what's the word I want? It's dark. Like The Friendship Game was, it's all these people being nasty to their friends, basically, is kind of where it ends up going. I didn't like it. I didn't like the feel of it. At any rate, I don't know where else to go with that.
Don't know where else to go. All right. Crystal, what was your first impression of The Friendship Game?
Okay, so I love Peyton. She's in Cobra Kai, and she's plays Tori, and she's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do love her in that. I liked her in this as well. However,
but
however, this movie, Okay. Well, first, let me start off by saying I don't know whose idea it was to put these horrible wigs on these girls, but it was a bad choice because they're very distracting. Like, I literally kept looking at them and I kept going, oh my God. All I'm looking at is that hair, which means there's a problem. The wardrobe and the hair and everything should never distract from what's going on in the scene unless it's actually supposed to be distracting. And in this case, it was not. This movie is definitely not for adults or older adults, I don't think. I think it's definitely geared more toward probably preteens. I don't even think teens because it's kind of juvenile in the story and in the way it's told. There's some weird editing. There's definitely some stuff, some words and stuff I could not understand. Like when they're like the sound or something was playing over like someone trying to talk, the box talking and stuff. It was very weird. I was like, I don't know if that's the screener. I'm hoping that's just the screener and that will be fixed before the movie's released. But it's part of the reason why I think that the movie's juvenile is because we're doing first impressions.
Yes.
I'll wait to get to that. But yeah, so I wanted to try to give this a chance. And I did. And I kept an open mind. And it was okay. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to preface everything I'm going to say for the next 30 minutes with an apology to Scooter Corkle and the writer and the cast. But I did not like this movie. This movie. I thought it's poorly structured in telling the story. It uses these glitch effects that are not really good. Not good. It's not a good technique in the first place, but if you do it poorly, like this film does, it's even worse. And they use it, on the screens. They use it on people. It aggravated me. I didn't like the characters. They got exceedingly worse. The story wasn't engaging. They have this really interesting prop, which is what I think when I was excited about watching this movie was the thing that got me engaged and interested in it. And they don't use it really well. It's not utilized well in the story and within the context. And it's really an interesting prop and concept. But the movie the whole concepts about what they're doing and the reason why they're, what is it? It's not their wish. It's their deepest desire. Just don't register and don't connect between the characters. They're meant to, and we're told that over and over again, but emotionally they did not. This movie to me it just fell flat on its face in its efforts to entertain me. I did not like my experience with this movie, and I was looking forward to. I selected it to be on the show. I said, "Hey, this is going to be a good one."
Mm-hmm.
So no,
yeah,
not happy.
And I got to be honest. So we're in spoilers now. The ending was ridiculous. I hate movies that go through this whole tirade and this whole thing just to be like, "Oh, we're kidding. None of it happened."
Well, they're trying to do a weird version of Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
No.
They are.
No.
They are.
No.
It's not good.
No.
But they are.
No.
I'm with Doc. This
that was
whole
more
glitch
entertaining
thing,
than the movie.
Yeah, the glitch thing didn't work. I had no idea what was going on. There's this character, Kyle, who's computer peeping Tom, who's saved all these videos, and we don't really know what's going on with him. And then I don't know what happens.
Nobody seems to be upset by that.
And we don't know when he starts glitching. What the hell is it? Is he taken over by? I don't know. The game, maybe.
I think I follow that because he keeps seeing. What is the girl's name? That's the beginning. Cotton. Thank you. Keep seeing Cotton in the videos, and she, goes up to him and says something. And at that point, something happens to him. But yeah, it's like he's infected by the game by osmosis. But it's really, but I didn't like that. I didn't like his character.
And I'm good with the acting. You mentioned Peyton List. She's also in a series that was on Hulu called Light as a Feather, which I started watching, but it was a little too teen related for me. But I thought it was decent. She was good in it. And the guy, Rob, of the four friends, Brendan Meyer, he was in Color Out of Space. He was
he the brother? Okay.
Yeah, he was the brother in that. So I mean, I'm good with the acting. It's just the story is so unevenly told, and the way they release the information is just like it's painful.
It's awkward.
The editing made it so difficult because you didn't know where we were or what time we were.
Yeah, the structure was
strange. Like, wait, was this? And I get it. They were trying to group it by the person and give you little bits of information. I know, I can see what they were trying to do, but they didn't do it well, and that's the problem. I get it.
Yeah,
but
you had to. The problem is it wasn't. It didn't come off natural. It came off as a gimmick. And you noticed it, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, I see what you're doing, but that's not. It's not. It doesn't flow. It doesn't work.
I usually like movies that show scenes, over again from a different point of view. When it reveals something. But this one was just annoying. I felt like to me, why didn't you tell me that before? What is?
And these four people should not be friends. Am I the only one that said that that looked at these four and how they were acting together and said, okay, they might be, they act fine, but as characters and actors opposite of each other, they have no chemistry. I didn't see any chemistry. I didn't believe they were friends. I didn't believe that the triangle thing would be all that in a bag of chips. It just felt forced in that way.
And quite frankly, I don't understand. I know that he made this desire wish, but the fact that he basically was sleeping with the other girl and doesn't remember is silly. It's so silly. It's the whole thing is silly, and that's the problem. That's why it makes it a little juvenile. I mean, Goosebumps is scarier than this to me. And I love Goosebumps, okay? I'm like, oh, slappy origin story. I can't wait to hear that. Like, that entertains me more. So this is unfortunate. I wanted to. I really did. But when you just throw a jumbled mess, it's just a jumbled mess.
I mean, to be fair, it started off when they were at this yard sale thing, and this woman is selling this thing. The way she sells it is fun. I'm on board. I'm okay. Let's see this because we're only really exposed to two of them at that moment. And but man, it just falls apart so quickly. But then again, she's fun. She's fun at the end when the elderly ladies come up to buy it again. Second time, it's just like,
yeah, that's kind of weird, right? It's like, oh, those poor ladies. I guess they're gonna be going through some
that is
stuff.
Gonna go well.
Actually, that might be more entertaining.
And I couldn't. Okay, so the lead character that Peyton List is playing, and we don't get her name here, and I've already forgotten it.
It's Susan, I think.
Is it
Zuza? Well, they call her Zuza, but I think it's Susan. Everybody calls her Zuzi.
And there's this weird thing of whether or not she has a drug problem, but that falls by the wayside really quickly. Like there's a person that comes in and she's on the couch, and they're like, and I was like, where is this going? And it doesn't really. If it did, it got lost on me.
It seems like they were trying to make her out to be the biggest loser of all of them, if you notice, but she didn't come across that way.
Yeah,
she's the one who wasn't going to leave. Everybody else was going somewhere to realize, and it didn't. And that was sort of the message. I think she was the one that took the effort to save her friend. Wasn't that the deal?
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
that ended up making everything okay in the end. But I
Or
felt
did
like
it?
the minute they bought that game, everything changed. They
Right.
just
Mhm.
it became like a darker movie. She became very weird. Cotton,
Well, Cotton did. Yeah,
very
Cotton
Yeah.
got very weird.
very dark and brooding. Anyway,
But didn't Suzu her deepest wish was to if they weren't friends, she didn't want to care.
No,
Right.
since when they were leaving, she knew that they were all leaving her, and she said, "I just care that by the time y'all are gone, I don't give a shit."
Okay, yeah, okay, that's
Okay.
yeah. I
Yeah.
kind of read more into it than that, but yes. And
So it did kind of
did that
feel
explain
like that.
did that explain
but-
her behavior? Is that what that was
No.
meant for? No, okay.
I don't know.
I just was
because
trying. I wanted to
because
figure it out.
why would she decide to help? It's all very odd.
They
But we
never
don't
loved
find that
each
makes
out
other.
until
sense.
halfway through the movie.
Well, that's true
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
And the same with Rob's wish or desire, which
was actually really funny.
yeah.
I did find that kind of cute and humorous, but then I'm like, well, to be good at that, you'd have to be present instead of checked out. I'm just saying, like, it's very weird, very odd.
Juvenile.
I think
even?
that's an odd thing to do. But we never did we? Okay, really? Mm.
And then the whole is it Kyle? Is that the character that's the
kid? Yeah.
creepy, the creepy
Yeah,
kid?
what on earth
computer.
with him? He just seemed like he was just.
Now,
Mm-mm.
was he in the house? Is he like a bro? I'm so confused about where he was located. Is
He was in his own house. She was babysitting him.
So
at
he
one
wasn't
point.
a brother or something. He was
No,
like,
no.
okay.
No.
I was so confused by that. Like, why is he even there? Why is this a part of it?
Yeah, the mother asked her to babysit him, and always really there apparently was something that had gone on too, because this
Yeah,
guy
he got in
needed
trouble.
somebody to keep an eye on him, that he didn't do something. We don't know what, but so anyway,
it was an odd choice. Odd choice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think it's odd that like he literally didn't like say a word really. I don't know.
Yeah,
he finally
when he's
does,
questioned,
but yeah.
Because when he's questioned, like he rides his bike all around and comes home because he doesn't go to his camp or something, right? And then his mom asks all these questions, and he's just like what the hell?
Mom.
I
and then there's two of them
like,
at one point. He's sitting on the couch talking to her, and then he's also in the room.
But I think that what that was about was that's like what the whole thing was with Rob or Robbie. Don't call me Robbie. Anyway, I think that the box created another version of them or something, and that was like their id or something going and living this, which I understand the movie still doesn't make it any better.
Yeah.
You know, it still
I want to
make
see the
sense.
movie. At the end of it, the woman at the yard sale is trying to sell or the flea market or whatever it is, trying to sell the game to these old women.
We were talking about it earlier.
I want to see what they do, what happens to them, because that.
Yeah, I agree.
They'll just cut to the chase and start slitting throats. And it'd be awesome. Yeah, this movie just.
At that point. Yeah, I mean, look, I think enough people will enjoy it. I'm sure there's a market for it. I'm sure. It's just not this market. Maybe it's the market where they're selling the box or the game. I don't know what that thing is. I mean, obviously, it's trying to play off of the Hellraiser box, is what I feel like when I look at it. But are they trying to create a Hellraiser for a new generation?
It feels that way, right? I mean, because of the shape and the way it acts, and
then it spins around.
Right.
It's not nearly.
It's not.
Okay, and let's be real. We all know that Hellraiser, ultimately at the core of Hellraiser, is desire. That's what I try to explain about the new Hellraiser. I could go into this because Hellraiser is one of my very favorite of all time. It's really about desire. That's why the new Hellraiser wasn't as good for me, because that's the core and it lacked that. So I think that that's what they're trying to create here, because it's like, what's your deepest desire? Well, this is like Hellraiser light, extra light, ultra light.
Ultralight. Yeah. Crazy.
I guess. I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's not. I didn't get that at all because it's not a puzzle box at all, and there's not. There is some kind of darkness that comes out of it that tries to get you to destroy yourself. Basically, I don't know. It just was.
just weird.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I don't want to. We shouldn't punish these people anymore. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's give our score 1 to 5 and our favorite scene. Who goes first? Is it Jeff?
Jeff.
Chris?
I think it was
Jeff.
me.
Jeff. Let us have it.
Favorite scene. Oh, well, I'm going to give it a 2.
Ooh.
It's just, I don't know.
Yep. You don't have
I already
to
gave
explain
all my
it,
reasons.
You did.
Favorite scene. Let me think here. I think the scene where good old Rob discovers himself in the pool over Cotton.
Oh yeah,
Damn you.
that was a good one.
Damn you.
But it's like
he took the one.
But this
scene
is
I like.
but this is one of those movies where you can never really tell what's real. Is this like some kind of dream or alternate reality or what the hell's going on here? Because anyway, all right.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm done.
Crystal, score favorite scene.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5, actually.
Oh wow!
Only because I feel like it was competently acted, and it was shot okay, and it had a little bit of potential, but it kind of blew it. But
squandered it.
I think it's above average. Like I wouldn't hate. I won't watch it again, but if I had to, I would. Let's just put it that way. Okay, how's that? That's fair. My favorite scene is when Hacker Boy is watching the webcam, and Rob is going in to steal the game, and then Cotton shows up, and then comes at it. Like, actually, that was kind of spooky. I kind of like that. It was unexpected for me.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think I made it very clear in the opening. I did not like this film, so I'm giving it a 1.
Oh wow!
I strongly dislike this movie, and I apologized in advance. Scooter Corkle, you do have one of my favorite names that I've had in the past 6 months at least. Thank you. But no, mostly it's because of the structure. And it made some weird choices, and it just, I don't want to get into that, but Jeff literally took the one scene, and that is when they discover the what is her name again, Jeff? Please help me. Cotton. When Cotton's in the pool, and I'm, because I was like, it had me for a minute. It's like, oh, that's where she's been the entire time, right? Because do we ever learn what actually happened to her?
No.
Did I miss that? Because she disappears, right?
To her,
nothing happened to her because it's not a real thing, right?
Yeah, at the end, she's right there.
Yeah, she's
going
fine,
to go
right?
Buy the game. It never happened, remember?
Right,
That's why I'm like, oh.
But yeah, when and then he's all covered in blood, and okay. So if it's not that scene, it's when he meets the other young lady whose character's name I also forgot, and he stabs her right there in the hallway.
Oh yeah.
And her
when
look,
he's like playing with it.
right. But her look when that happens, I thought was really good. So it had moments, brief moments, but yeah, not a fan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You're not the only one. Like, we all kind of. Sorry.
I hate it when I do that. I really feel bad. You know me. You know I don't like to do that. I feel bad when I do that. All right. There's our review for the friendship game. It's on RLJE Films. I screwed that up earlier. I don't know if you saw the little scroll that corrected it. I hope you did. And I would imagine if it's on RLJE Films, it's a candidate to be going to Shudder. So
probably. If it goes to Shudder, I'd say definitely watch it.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's free.
Well, it's not free, so you do have to subscribe, but it's reasonable. But check it out when you have the opportunity, and let us know what you think of it down below. And I give the director and the cast and the writer permission to roast me.
Oh, I'm just so used to it by now. I don't even care. I'm just going to be honest with you. You can have your yes men around you, but we're just going to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Jeff, Crystal, thank you for joining me. Even though
you're welcome.
It's still a lot of fun. We still love doing
I still enjoyed watching. I'm glad I saw the movie. It was something.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
Let's say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Jeff, where's the wig?
Gruesome Magazine.
Where's the wig? Put on the wig. Where's the wig? We're recording. We need to see the wig.
I had.
All right.
I was amazed how fast I found it. Yeah.
You lost the wig.
What?
Lost the wig. All right. We're out of here anyway. Good night.
Oh, it's right here. I got a question for you, Crystal.